You won $1 million! You got $1 million!
Good luck!
You made it! You won $1 million!
These couples have all become instant millionaires on the richest game in television. Today, two couples from Total Drama Island will compete for $1 million in cash and prizes, including two fabulous new automobiles, all on the $1 million chance of a lifetime. And now, here's the man with the millions, Disco Weasel 1977! Hello once again everybody, and welcome to the $1 million chance of a lifetime. And thank you very much for watching the money for me, Alan and Antoine. I'll see you two later. Now before we start this show, we had a very great and a very fun episode on our last show, all because we had Ezekiel and Beth winning $1 million. In case if you missed it, here's a scene of them winning it. So here it is, folks. S-R-B. You got it for $1 million! So that was fun, huh? With them being retired from the show and inducted into our Hall of Fame, we're bringing in two brand new couples starting their own adventure to $1 million. Here they are right now. Our first couple, they're both from the Killer Bass, Duncan and Courtney. And our second couple, he's from the Killer Bass and she's from the Screaming Gophers, Harold and LeShawna. Here are the two brand new couples, everybody. Welcome back to the show, Duncan, Courtney, Harold, and LeShawna. I'm glad to see you four back again. Now, I need to tell all of you about the military challenge that Chef Hatchet just hosted. Duncan, you spent only one night of solitary confinement in the boathouse for giving Chef a hard time with your smart-aleck delinquent behavior, right? We knew that, but Chris and Chef said you did for this. And you, Courtney, while your team, the Killer Bass, were at the bonfire, you have been wrongfully eliminated from the show, all because we all found out how that happened. Yeah, and as for you, Harold, why did you tamper with the votes by switching the votes with your name on them with the votes with Courtney's name? Oh, maybe you should have never stuck your face in their business. Even Duncan likes to pick on you. And you, LeShawna, during the recap of the last show, Chris mistakenly told the audience at home that you helped the team, the Screaming Gophers, win and earn them invincibility. Yes, we know that, Gwen, who helped you and your team win, but there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it's kind of easy to win $1 million here. All you have to do is win the $1 million bonus run 3 days in a row, and you will join the other couples who just won $1 million. Just like Ezekiel and Beth did. Okay, who wants to play round one? Courtney wants to play, and what about you two? And Harold wants to play. It'll be Courtney versus Harold in round one, and Duncan and LeShawna will take their seats. Okay, let's get started! All you guys know, you have to solve a word puzzle on the screen. Now let's show the first puzzle, and it has 3 words. Also, we'll show you some clues that are directed to them, and they'll earn you some money. Because this is round 1, the clues and the letters are $250 each, and the first player who solves the puzzle wins the money from the puzzle bank. Here comes the first clue. It has 7 letters, and here we go. V, A, L, N, Courtney. Right, villain is the first clue for $250 and the first shot at the puzzle for you. But first, let's take a look at the keyboard. These letters or main lit are in play for this puzzle, and one of them that you know which never goes there, and that is our own villain, the villainous Stinger. Alright, if one of you two pick it, you lose your turn, but you don't know what it is. Okay, Courtney, because if you're ready now, you can walk up to the keyboard and hit your first letter, please. One E and 2 E's. Great start for you, Courtney. $500 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter, please. And 1 R. $750 in the puzzle bank. And the first clue is villain. Solve the puzzle, Courtney. Okay, if it's too early, then we'll have more clues coming up. Our second clue has 5 letters, and go. M, N, E, Harold. Enemy is right. Now it's your turn, Harold. Come up to the board and hit your first letter, please. And remember that the stinger is still there, so be careful. One safe exit. No stinger this time, Harold. 1,000 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter. And there's your F. $1,250 in the puzzle bank. Your 2 clues are villain and enemy. Can you solve the puzzle, Harold? It's okay, Harold, if you can't get the first word. Here's the third clue now. It has 6 letters, and go. K, D, S, A, M. Courtney. Right, it is mask, Courtney. Now you have the board, and hit your first letter, please. There's an O to finish the third word. $1,500 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter, Courtney. And there's your S. $1,750 in the puzzle bank, and the 3 clues are villain, enemy, and masked. Can you solve the puzzle, Courtney? Oh! And I thought you had it, Courtney. So here comes the 4th clue, and it has 6 letters again, and go. N, K, E, S, Harold. Sneaky is right, Harold. Boy, we're having a seesaw battle between you and Courtney with the clues. You have the board this time and pick 2 more letters, but the stinger is still alive, so pick a good one now. There's a W in the first word, Harold. $2,000 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter. And there's your P, and I'm very happy you avoided the stinger this time. Your 4 clues are villain, enemy, masked, and sneaky for $2,250 from the puzzle bank. Solve the puzzle, Harold. Yeah, Harold, you've got it for the money. Man, I knew you didn't get it on the third clue, masked, Courtney, just because you didn't get the first word, swiper. Yeah, and you should have picked either the W or the P, you would have had it. But don't you worry, all because the game's not over yet. The team who has the most money after 3 rounds wins the game. After our first break, folks, we're going to round 2. The clues and the letters are worth $500 each, and the teams have to change players. So it's Duncan versus LeShawna then. We'll be right back, everybody. We're back, everyone, and we're playing round 2. The players are Duncan and LeShawna, and also the clues and the letters for this puzzle are worth $500 each. So let's show it right now. It also has 3 words, just like Swiper the Fox, but it's a little longer. Let's show the first $500 clue. It has 2 words, 5 and 4, and here we go. F, L, M, L, A, D, T. Duncan? Adult film is right, Duncan. You had the first clue and the first shot at the puzzle, but we have to look at the keyboard first. These letters remain lit are in play for this puzzle, and one of them that doesn't go there, that is the dreaded stinger. Here it is. Okay, Duncan, if you want to, come up to the board, pick your first letter, and let's start filling in this puzzle. There's only one E, Duncan, at the very beginning. $500 in the puzzle bag. Hit your second letter. And only one N, and no stinger this time, Duncan. You have $1,000 in the puzzle bag, and the first clue is adult film. Can you solve the puzzle now? That's okay if you can't solve it with just 2 letters, Duncan. Let's show our second clue. It has 7 letters, and go. U, S, C, L, M. Duncan. Right, musical is your second clue, Duncan. That reminded you about you quitting Total Drama World Tour, all because you stubbornly refused to sing. But it was a good thing you did sing just to cooperate with Chris. So anyway, you have the board and get to pick 2 more letters. You know the stinger is still there, and be very careful. There's a T and another. Now you have a batch of double letters this time, Duncan. $2,000 in the bank. Hit your second letter. And there's your A. $2,500 in the puzzle bank, and your 2 clues are adult film and musical. Can you solve the puzzle now, Duncan? Alright, Duncan, you'll get some more letters while we're giving out more clues. Here comes the next one. It has 10 letters, and go. Q, N, L, N, T, E, D. LeShawna? Yeah, delinquent is your first clue, so you have the keyboard now, and also pick 2 more letters. Be careful, the stinger is still there, and don't pick it just to get up into your face, okay? One C and $3,000 in the puzzle bag. Hit your second letter. And there's your Z, and you avoid the stinger this time. $3,500 in the puzzle bank, and the 4 clues are adult film, musical, and delinquent. Solve the puzzle, LeShawna. Yes, LeShawna, and you and Harold have extended your lead to $6,750, and Duncan and Courtney with $1,500. But I told you we're not done yet, because we're going to round 3 after this break. Not only the clues and the letters are $1,000 each, the teams have to choose who wants to play. Who wants to play for your team? Okay, Duncan, you're going to play. And who wants to play for your team? And you're going to play, Harold. So it's the guys, Duncan and Harold, in round 3. We'll soon find out, folks, on who's going to win after we come back. Welcome back again, folks, and we're playing round 3. The stars who are playing this are Duncan and Harold, one of Teledrama's biggest rivals. And most importantly, boys, the clues and the letters are $1,000 each, so it's anybody's game now. Here comes our third puzzle now. It has 5 words. And here comes our first $1,000 clue, and it has 8 letters. And go. U, S, R, P, U, S, R. Harold. Yes, pursuers is the first clue, Harold. You have $1,000 and the first shot at the puzzle. But let's look at the keyboard first, boys. Remember, these letters, stay lit, are the ones in play for this puzzle, except for the extra one, which you know that never goes there. It's the stinger. Here it is, folks. You know if you hit it, you will lose your turn, just plain and simple. So, Harold, come up and hit your first letter, please. You got a T, and another for $2,000 in the puzzle bank, Harold. Hit your second letter. You got an O, 2, and 3. You got $5,000 in the puzzle bank, and the first clue is pursuers. Listen up, Harold. If you solve the puzzle now, you and LeShawna will win the game. Can you do it? Okay, you'll get some more chances while we're giving out more clues. Here comes the second clue. It has 6 letters, and go. O, K, S, S, P. Duncan. Yes, spooks is your first clue, Duncan. So you have the board now and get to pick 2 more letters for this puzzle. Look at these letters over because the stinger is still there. Hit your first letter. One E, 2 E's, 3 E's, $8,000 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter. There's an R and another. You built the puzzle bank up to $10,000, Duncan. The 2 clues are pursuers and spooks. If you solve the puzzle right now, Duncan, you and Courtney will win the game. Can you do it now? Okay then, we'll go on to our third $1,000 clue. It has 8 letters, and go. Z, N, G, A, I, M. Duncan. Magazine, right, Duncan. So the board's yours again, and hit your first letter, please. There's your C, and you avoid the stinger this time. Hit your second letter. There's an S, 2 S's, and 3 S's. Great job, Duncan. We have $14,000 in the puzzle bank, and your 3 clues are pursuers, spooks, and magazines. Solve the puzzle now, Duncan, and you'll win the game. Oh, ran out of time, Duncan. So let's go on to our $4,000 clue, and it has 9 letters. And go. V, B, L, I, N, I, S. Harold? Yes, invisible is right. Now you have the board, Harold. Look at these letters. Because the stinger is still alive, hit your first letter and make it a good, safe one. One G and 2 G's. $16,000 in the puzzle bank. Hit your second letter. And there's your B. Just to complete the first word. Let's see if that could be very useful to help you. $17,000 in the puzzle bank. And your 4 clues are pursuers, spooks, magazines, and invisible. Solve the puzzle, Harold. You got it, Harold, and you and LeShawna have won it. I can't believe that Harold and LeShawna just beat you today. I know Harold took his revenge on you two again because they are very good players, but you've earned $3,500 and it gives you two a new grand total of $13,000. That's not a bad total anyway. We'll see you two later, Duncan and Courtney. Congratulations, Harold and LeShawna. You won the game and $25,750. So that gives you two a grand total of $52,750. Yes, it is, you two. And also, you two will be playing the $1 million bonus round for the very first time. When we come back, everyone, they will try to go for their very first step towards $1 million. Let's see if they can do it then, and we'll be back. Stay tuned as Harold and LeShawna take their very first step towards our richest grand prize, $1 million. Welcome back to the $1 million chance of a lifetime. Harold and LeShawna right here just won the main game and they are ready to take their very first step towards $1 million. Just like I told the others, the $1 million grand prize is not only cash, it's 2 brand new cars for your families, a house full of new furniture, airplane tickets, etc. So George Gray will explain just some of them to you. George? Right, Disco. You and your families can win 2 brand new cars. This 2022 Lexus RX Luxury Crossover and this 2022 Chevrolet Silverado. Both equipped with Bluetooth, Sirius XM satellite radio, GPS navigational system, and free California admission. But that's not all. You'll also both win a house full of furniture, like this full bedroom for instance. A San Mateo sleigh bedroom set from Pulaski, equipped with this king-size mattress from Comfort Air, plus 20 first-class round-trip airline tickets around the world on Air Canada and Southwest Airlines. Air Canada, fly the flag. Southwest Airlines, low fares, nothing to hide. Plus many more fabulous prizes. Good luck, Harold and LeShawna. Back to you, Disco. Thanks, George. So, Harold, how did you feel to defeat Duncan and Courtney? Yeah, and your revenge can't get any better than that. Even you two will win $1 million here. So, this is your very first step to the $1 million bonus round, and here's how you two play it. will show you 3 categories on the screen, and you choose only one of them that you both know best together. And then you have to identify 6 items that fit into your category. During each item, we'll put one letter into one space at a time, but we can't give you the last letter. If you know what it is, just call it out as flat as you can. We'll fill in the rest and go on to the next item. If you two get all 6 items in 60 seconds or less, you will finish your first day of your adventure to $1 million. Now let's look at the screen and see what are the 3 categories for you two to choose from. Old-time ballads. Those are our country's old-time ballads. Soviet republics. Those are former republics of the Soviet Union. And classic comedy stars. Those are comedy stars from the past, last names only. Which category would help you to take your first step to $1 million? Alright, you're going with Soviet republics. We'll show you 6 former Soviet republics, and you must answer them all in 60 seconds. Let's all find out if that could help you to complete your first day. Okay, I see the isolation booth all ready from behind you. Antoine, please take Harold and LeShawna into the booth. Okay, it's time for you to take your first step to $1 million, and your category is Soviet republics. You have 60 seconds to get all 6 of them, and you have to keep it moving. Mostly, do not wait for too many letters, or else you'll probably won't make it. So the clock's now at 60 seconds, and the first item's all set too. Ready, set, go! S. Russia is 1. Next. A, T, Z, K, S, K. 2. Next. N, T, A, H, L. 3. Next. A, E, N, R. 4. Next. T. 5. One more. R, N, A, U. That's it. You got it all. That's a very fantastic job on that category, Soviet republics, you two. You did it with 18 seconds left. Great job. Now, for finishing your first day, Al and I are giving you two a cash prize that you might take home with you. Inside this great case that we've got here is $25,000. Okay, Al, you can give it to them for now. As I said before, you must win the $1 million bonus round 3 days in a row to win our $1 million grand prize. And furthermore, the more you play, the more easier or the more difficult the categories will get. So here's your decision, you two. You two can take the $25,000 case home and get out of here with your winnings of $77,750. Or you can trade it in now and play for your second step towards $1 million on our next show. I'll give you two a little bit of time to talk it over. Okay, what's your decision? You're coming back and going for your second step. Alright, I need that $25,000 case back. And let's find out if you two will be one single day away from $1 million. We'll see you two coming back to play again, Harold and LeShawna. So that's all the time we have for this show, everybody. And on our next show, we're going to bring in another couple facing against Harold and LeShawna here. Let's find out if they can be one day away from winning the million. This is me, Disco Weasel 1977, with Alan Antoine here, saying goodbye and thank you very much for watching the $1 million chance of a lifetime. See you later. The members of the studio audience of our show will receive free gift certificates from their participating Arby's restaurants. Arby's, we have the meats. Free gift certificates from their participating TJ Maxx retail stores. At TJ Maxx, you can afford to be you to the max. Free tickets to go see Dragon Ball Superhero from Toei Animation rated PG-13.